Hello, hello, hello. I am live. I'm trying to see if anybody comes on. We are 4:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most of y'all watch on the replay, but hello. I'm Dr. Sharon Allison. Sometimes I need to reintroduce myself, and thank you all for coming. I do see some viewers on. Shout out today. You definitely want to shout out that you were here because I'm feeling like I probably want to give away something. I'm feeling like I may want to give away something. I don't know. I'm feeling like. So I see that there are some viewers that have come on. Shout out. Tell me where you're from. And what's up, Vicky? And post, tell somebody else to come on. It's Dr. Sharon. We're going to be here just for a little bit. I think I have a poll somewhere on here, maybe, or questions. Um, there is a poll on my site where we're asking if you want to, and I'm playing around with this thing. I don't know. Interactivity. I don't know what's up. So let me just sit down because I don't really know what I'm doing. So anyway, current comments. Hey, hi, Patrice. Okay, so hello, hello. It is Friday. Many of you, Vicky, I think you're in North Carolina. Y'all, I think you're in North Carolina still. Y'all getting ready for this weather? I was trying to come down to the North Carolina crib, but raw. hmm If it's gonna be worse in North Carolina than it is in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, we got an issue, right? So hello, I just finished tonight at 7 p.m. and you're gonna see it advertised. I am gonna be on the Daily Drum with Harold Fisher. You know, I've done that show a lot. They have both the podcast and they're on Sirius XM 141. Somebody put that in the chat tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Sharon on the Daily Drum with Harold Fisher and other guests talking about cabin fever. We had a ball. It is pre-recorded. Sirius XM channel 141 anywhere in the country, and FM 96.3 if you're in the DMV area. But you can always listen on Sirius, and you get the whole show on Sirius XM. So, really, again, talking about cabin fever. Many of us have been in all week with very few attempts to venture out. We ventured out last night for dinner because I couldn't take one more piece of chicken. I what I couldn't take one more piece of I make the best in my mind air fried chicken wings. I couldn't eat not one more Patrice. I couldn't eat no more chicken. I couldn't. I couldn't be creative. I made a seafood dish one day. Just tasted it, put it. I was tired. So anyway, ventured out and now the little food here. I need to go to a grocery store. Instacart. You don't know what you're gonna get because some of the stores are out. But anyway, I know that you all are on. Again, I see other people are coming on. I'm telling you, you want to say hello in the chat because I feel like I may do a little, I may give a little something away for my live viewers today. So, if you have questions about health, wellness, whatever, you always can always put that in the comments. But wanted to again say I'm on the Daily Drum tonight at 7 p.m. With Harold Fisher, a Sirius XM 141. Patrice, Sirius XM channel 141 in your car, in your house, whatever. Plus, you can always go to WHUR for the podcast. And then 96.3 is the FM station if you're in the DMV. So, what's up, homie? Angela in the house. What's up, my home girl? and in Kannapolis. Well, I don't know if you're still in Kannapolis, but shout out. I know the Carolinas are going to have some weather. We're supposed to have something. I'm in Maryland now, and decided not to go to Carolina this weekend, looking at y'all's forecast. Okay, so now, if you have health questions, go ahead and ask me. I do, with everything going on in the chaos that is our beloved America, I do say, please take some time for you. Sit back, take some deep breaths, turn off the TV, get off of social media, not while I'm on, no, but off of social media, because honestly, this is not good for our mental health. It's not. With everything going on, with all the distractions, with all of the stuff getting thrown at us, war, talks of invasion, Minneapolis, ICE on the streets, all of this, you have got to step back. Well, there is my Janet. What's up, Janet Crooms? You have to step back, y'all. We have to step back. And if you're a woman or man of faith, yes, pray. And you have seen my post. I believe that we are always going to make it and get through. I believe prayer changes things. I believe that if my people are called by my name and humble themselves and pray, that I will heal their land. And no matter where you are on the spectrum of politics and all of that, some things are no question. So the little boy that's 5 years old, that now I saw something yesterday on CNN where he's being held by his father and he looks listless, and they're saying he's depressed. The children in some of these detention camps, and the mold on the food and worms in the food and all. I can't even go there. Y'all asked me something about health. So you have to step back. And now you're in the house. Again, for those just coming on, I'm going to be on WHUR tonight, Sirius XM 141. That's the whole segment. 96.3 is a shorter segment, 96.3 FM in the DMV. Talking about cabin fever. We had a great time. But you're stuck in the house, or you're limited. Like I can get went out to dinner last night, but then you want to get back because you don't want white ice and all that. So be careful. And these are frigid temperatures. And so what do? You're also in the house. Y'all know I'm always going to bring it home to health. So we're in the house more. Remember, when you're in the house, not in the sun, that you don't get the natural vitamin D that you would get. So go ahead and re-up on that vitamin D. Make sure that you're going back to taking your vitamin D. If you're not eating your fruits and vegetables and all that, take your multivitamin. Even if you're in the house, you still can do some exercise. Walk up and down the steps a couple times. Do some squats. I was saying, as a precursor for the show tonight, I said, many of us are eating more because you're in the house and you're bored. You know you don't want that cookie. No, you don't want that extra cookie, but you just there. I made a pan on day 2 of brownies. The brownies had been in the refrigerator, in the cabinet for over a year. I made brownies, put cashews in them and all that, and noticed that I was having that with my coffee. And then I was like, oh no, the devil is a lie. We can ready to throw this in the garbage, right? Because I done had 1 or 2 bites. We're going to throw it away because I cannot eat a whole pan of brownies and still be on my weight loss plan. I can't. So just make sure that you are being mindful, not mindless, as it relates to eating and all of that, because you just sit there and you're like, oh, I got some popcorn, oh, I got some so-and-so, I don't have, you bored. That's it. That's right, Artine. Throw the Oreos away. People used to tell me all the time, because I really do believe this. If I want chocolate, I will buy chocolate. If I want it, I'm going to buy it. But guess what I do? I will take it. See, I don't have the discipline. Y'all got maybe discipline I don't have. So if I buy Reese's cups and there are two, and I have decided I'm gonna eat one, I immediately have to throw the other one away. People put it up, tell me I'll go get it late. I will get up in the middle of the night by 4 o'clock and go crawl and find that Reese's cup if it's still in the house. And so you have to know what you can do yourself as it relates to discipline. And yeah, you're in the house, you're cooking more, you're sitting more, and you're gonna come out this snowstorm with more, i.e., more weight on the scale. For those of us that have Peloton and have things in the house that you can do, you don't have to have the Peloton. I have Peloton, love it, whatever. Have I been on it today? No. But walk up and down the steps, do squats, do some light lifting of weight or resistance training, all of that. But also, one thing I was talking about on the show, which is a precursor, and shout out to Harold Fisher for having me on, when we're talking about cabin fever, is what is it that you do? You're kind of stuck in the house, even if we're getting out a little bit more. We still are not out like we usually are because my street still has ice. There's still black ice everywhere. And so, what is it that we can do? Well, my closet has been calling for about 2 years that it needed some help. My jewelry needs to be, I travel so much that I'll have all this stuff in bags and then I'll not unpack. And so, part of that is also getting my packing ready. I'm speaking, shout out, I'm speaking at the Married Couples Ministry retreat this weekend, coming up next weekend, in Maryland. Ebenezer African Methodist Episcopal Church is the host church. Just got the itinerary again. It is going to be a wonderful married couples retreat. People are coming from all over the country. Definitely, I think they still have some slots, but I will be there talking about health and marriage, and be talking with Dr. Amos, we're gonna tag team it and have a conversation on health. Other things coming up, my North Carolina crew, I see y'all, but y'all can also get in in a car or on a plane and come on to Christ Family Church, where I am going to be doing a women's conference that is coming up. We're going to put that up. I think Mika's going to put up that, and I think that's March. I've got to check that again. And of course, other women's conferences, other events coming. I try to keep you all aware, and I love it that y'all will show up and be like, hey, I saw it on your website. But I know those are registering. The Married Couples Retreat is this weekend, this upcoming weekend. And so it's a great getaway for you and your married and engaged couples. It's called the Bomb Ministry. And so that's important. When you talk about cabin fever, you talk about being stuck in the house with your kids, your grandkids, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever. Y'all sneak away, steal away. Too much togetherness can get on your nerves. I'm just saying, I'm not talking about me. Yeah, I ain't trying to get in trouble with my new husband, but I'm just saying, I believe in self-care. What's up, Edwina? Yes, if you're on, I'm feeling like I'm going to give away a gift. So if you're on, please get in the comments. Tell me where you at. Mika's going to come back and look at this. Okay, I'm feeling like it because we got a nice little something from Dior that I'm feeling like I'm going to send out that Dior. And if it's a guy, it's not just women. Y'all, again, if you've ever gotten our little gifts, we do a good little gift. I just feel like doing something. So any health concerns or questions, make sure that you are checking on other people. Make sure, particularly in these very cold, like in the DMV, we may not get snow this weekend or ice again. I think we're going to get something. But the wind chill is supposed to be so bad. And so we know now that there have been deaths associated with the where we are as it relates to freezing cold and all of that. We still have to make sure. What's up? What's up, Miss Scoot? What's up? we have to make sure that we do all we can. You all know that we, with Beautiful Woman Inside and Out and the Koshar Foundation, we support three domestic violence centers. And one of the things that, is near and dear to my heart is supporting them and supporting our other philanthropic initiatives, but also making sure that people that have been displaced have, for instance, we had a need this week of a family displaced and literally were out of their house with absolutely no, just the clothes on their back, and that was not a coat. And so, really, personally, I had to make the decision because we didn't have time to go back and forth. And the call came with the manager of the shelter, and I said, hey, find coats for them. This, I don't have time to go through who shot John and who has funds and all that. That I will support that myself, because you can't have babies without coat. You can't. We At some point you've got to do something. And so, when you support Beautiful Woman Inside and Out, you're supporting a lot of things that you all, again, our domestic violence shelters, our children's program, our teens program, our med program, etc. But anyway, less about us and more about how we need to take care of ourselves in this very trying, cold time. Again, and there's supposed to be a poll. I tried to do a poll. I don't know. But so many of you were at a couple years ago, 2 years ago, we did a Color Purple private screening. And I never do anything that I don't give stuff away. So we did Color Purple. We had gifts. We had registration. It was around Christmas time. That was a lot of fun. We packed out, actually sold out the theater. Well, now Devil Wears Prada is coming out. One of my favorite movies. I'm sorry, all of us got an issue. So I love Meryl Streep, and that sorry, I do. I love a little fashion, a little makeup, but also I love the theme. So where do you send a contribution? You have contributed so much, Miss Gooch. You can put our Cash App in, which is Dr. Sharon AO at, somebody go back and look on one of the donations. Mika gonna kill me. Come on. Y'all, somebody help me. I think it's you can send via Cash App or PayPal, Dr. Sharon AO. And you all are asking me, somebody go in to our old stuff. The same thing, you remember we did the webinar and it said to donate, and I know, Miss Gooch, you donated. So Melinda, can you look and somebody put in there how we donate? As I continue talking, somebody in my tribe. What's up, Miss Tool? So y'all, and so thank you again, 100%. If you, and I didn't even come on to ask for a contribution, but the domestic violence centers, and there are all of these needs. I personally paid for coats this week. We just have to step up. So please, if you donate, 100% of the donations go to our charitable contributions. But one thing, and so if somebody can tell me they're looking for how to donate, because y'all asked. So let me get back to one thing we're thinking about right now is doing Devil Wears Prada. There is a poll that we have put up under my page in Beautiful Woman. The first question is, number one, we did Color Purple. That was fun, right? That was fun. So Cash App or PayPal. PayPal, and somebody put this in the thing. Oh, or Zelle. Zelle is Dr. Sharon, SharonAO at Carlton.com. That is Cash App and PayPal. You can donate in that way. That I do know. Okay, so we're thinking about doing, and we've already contacted theaters about doing a Beautiful Woman Inside and Out, Devil Wears Prada private screening right at the beginning of right at the beginning, before it hits the regular theaters. AMC may allow us to get it right before. And but I want to know if that's something that you all want to do. We sold out of Color Purple within a few days, and so same thing. Um, so let me know, and then what you have to do is vote. So Raleigh Durham is in the House, and DMV. Those are the two areas right now that we would possibly focus on. But you have to tell us because I have to sign a contract. And you also have to be on the ready because we are not expanding to two theaters with Color Purple. We sold out and all that really quick. And y'all know if it's Devil Wears Prada, y'all know I'm bringing some designer people in. Y'all know those gifts are going to be off the chain. So anyway, I'm looking for some questions. I'm coming up here, and you know, here in DMV, I'm always touching my hair. Brenda's going to be so upset with me because I'll see her next week, my hairstylist, because it's been rough up in here. So any questions whatsoever around health, I've told us to make sure that we're staying warm, make sure that you still exercise, even in your home. Get to moving. I believe, and tonight, I'll say it again, I am on at 7 p.m. with the Daily Drum radio show and podcast with Harold Fisher. We are on at 7 FM 96.3 for those in the DMV and Sirius XM 141. That's a whole hour show. You start at 96.3 or go to Sirius and just listen. We had a lot of fun on that. Just talking about how do you navigate right now. So that was a lot of fun. I am making sure that you stay safe for yourself. And I know that there is weather coming for North Carolina. And if you don't have to go out, that you stay in. But also, how do you keep your mental health together? And that's not by watching 15 hours of TV, right? Pull out a journal, pull out a book, pull out something, do something for yourself. I have some little projects in the house. You know, I've not been on a plane in 7 days, maybe. That's unusual for me. I actually had tentatively planned to go out of town this weekend, and fortunately, things got canceled. So, all those things. How are y'all faring? And do you have health questions for me? You do need, it's still not too late. We got these questions in email. It is still not too late to do the flu vaccine, your COVID vaccine, RSV, all of that. And shout out to North Carolina. Again, we are have a vaccine awareness campaign that now has hit now close to about 500,000 people as far as our reach in educating and giving good information, not biased anyway, but sticking with the science and looking to expand that. Any questions whatsoever? I talked about cabin fever a little bit. I've asked y'all to respond to a poll that would you want to, you and your girlfriend, your boo, your couples, whatever, Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out. We really may be renting out a theater to do BWIO goes to see Devil Wears Prada. And so please put in the comment hello, because I do feel like we are going to choose someone. And then do look at your direct messaging because Mika will get in touch with you because I am going to give a gift away. Somebody get something today. A Dr. Sharon gift for tuning in. So if I can just wrap it up, let me just wrap up how to stay grounded during this time, one of chaos everywhere. Limit your television time. I'm talking to me. I mean, who would have thought this is America, right? Do I get an amen in the chat? No matter where you are in the politics of it, who would have thought that we'd be talking about a little 5-year-old boy being in a detention center, right? Who would have thought that we'd be talking about a nurse murdered, another woman murdered, shot in the head? Who would have thought? What's up, line sister Angela? Who would have thought that we'd be talking about something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is hundreds of thousands, if not millions, now not having as of January health insurance because of the subsidies of the Affordable Care Act being cut. You all have no idea how bad it really is. I mean, I'm on these calls. I just was on a call about an hour and a half ago. Who would have thought that we'd be fighting measles again? South Carolina has an outbreak. We have cases in Maryland. North Carolina has an outbreak. And so, again, I posted this. If my people are called by my name, would humble themselves and pray, I will heal their land. I'm waking up in the morning saying, God, we need your help. And this isn't anything political, it is just where we are. And so do all that you can. Every time I try to enter my movie location, the page says, go to make sure, Nicole, that you go to today. You'll know the difference because you'll see today it is a picture of me and it's dark and it's in red. So go to my page, A Beautiful Woman, for the poll, okay? And then if you can't, just say yes or no and just put in the comments where you would want to see it. But I'm telling you, for your own mental health, one, limit, yes, we have to be aware of what's going on. Limit your time in front of the TV. Do some other things like writing, like journaling. I'm taking a bath every day that I'm home, and my bath used to be half an hour. Now it's an hour. I'm soaking, whatever. I love it. I love me time. Now is also a good time to do a lot of skincare. Things that you usually don't have time to do. A lot of taking care of you. And as I said on the pre-recorded radio show that'll be on tonight, again, Sirius XM 141 at 7 p.m. and 96.3, where they talk about cabin fever and how you kind of navigate. Do something for yourself. Make sure that you reach out to others. It's good to be on the phone, good to FaceTime and not feel so isolated. Do take your vitamin D, do take a multivitamin, do walk and get up and do something. Even if you have arthritis, your hip hurt because you have arthritis or shoulder pain or whatever, do some stretching. Walk. Make sure that you don't get all sunk down. When you talk about cabin fever, listen to music. I have been killing. And I mean, I have just been going in on Richard Smallwood, and I'll just tell the Siri or whoever, Alexa, play Richard Smallwood. I've been going in on that. And then at night, I love my classical music. But yeah, listen to music, meditate. If you're a woman of faith or a man of faith, again, read and read things again. A good fiction book. I still believe and know that even with dementia, we know that if you read and do puzzles, that actually brain activity helps, right? So I'm doing everything I can, all right? But when we talk about cabin fever, and I talk about this on the radio show tonight, I'm going to be off in a minute and a half because I said this will be half an hour only. Cabin fever technically is defined as being irritable, bored, restless, down from being indoors. You just feel trapped. Now, if you could go out and all that, and it was nothing wrong with the weather, you'd be fine to be at home. Because I was like, yes, I get to be home for a couple of days. But then because I know I can't go out, now I was like, okay, I can't take it. And then again, I couldn't take not chicken. I don't want to see another chicken. Because I had a whole bunch of chicken wings in the fridge. I don't want to see no more chicken, right? But mental and emotional distress like anxiety, like lack of motivation, and issues with concentration, that really is what cabin fever is. But y'all will hear more about it. Hilarious. It's funny and informative. Sirius XM tonight with Harold Fisher and the Daily Drum, or 96.3 FM. I don't see any, yes, Richard Smallwood was a master. I mean, just, what? And I don't see any health questions. I told you multivitamin, double up on your vitamin D now, unless your doctor has told you not to. And then make sure that you are taking some time to just do some deep breaths, and that you're taking time for you. And if you can get out, even now, I wanted to get out, but I don't want to be out at night because of black ice. So watching comedy movies helps me relax. That is great. Isn't Bridgerton out again? I watch a little. I'm just asking. And then, oh, there is a call for us all, and I'm going to try not to be messy, but this is a little messy. People are saying this weekend, particular, that we watch the First Lady's movie, Becoming. First Lady Michelle Obama, Becoming on Netflix. So I plan on putting that on because you want to make her number one over the weekend again. I plan on putting that on all my TV. So, yeah, this weekend, today, tomorrow, whatever, that we have her have little Michelle Obama, First Lady Michelle Obama, because she has a documentary movie or whatever out of her book. We go back and make sure that she does well. Yeah. So Van Gogh Starry Night. I love that. Okay, well, it's 30 minutes. I'm getting off. Y'all didn't ask any medical questions. I gave you a couple tips. If you are on, put your name in the chat. Put your name in the chat. If you watch me on replay, and at 31 minutes, this is a message to Mika. Those are my live audiences at 31, and then all those that come on after, say hello in the comments. Don't forget to vote if you would want to do Devil Wears Prada BWIO style. Y'all know it'll be off the chain, but I wanted to take the temperature first. That it would, the two options are DMV or Raleigh. If we get enough, that we may do two places, but DMV or Raleigh. And then we're looking for our partners to come in. And many of you on are super, super followers and supporters of Beautiful Woman Inside Out and a lot of what we do. Thank you for many of you. Miss Gooch, we know you. You will. Okay, many of you follow us and support us. Thank you for any support that you can give for particularly our domestic violence shelters that are really reaching out right now. In the chat, it is Zelle and PayPal, how to give, as well as if you look at Beautiful Woman or my page, the last event we did, we have ways that you can donate and all of that. I will give the Cash App for the foundation. And that is, let me do it really quick. As we can see, I did not plan on asking. It is $ the Koshar HC Foundation. Cash App is $ the Koshar HC Found. And PayPal and Zelle is Dr. Sharon AO at Carlton.com. And again, this is not a solicitation. It is just real what's going on out here. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Hey, tune into the radio show tonight. And then vote on the movie. Even if you say, nah, that's not something I would want to do. We want to know that too. Okay? Bye-bye. You all be safe and warm this weekend. Check on somebody. Check on our elderly. Check on mommies who have little babies. Check on those that are living through chronic illness. One of the major things that we are getting right now are questions about medication, support and help for medication because of the cuts and what has happened with premiums with the Affordable Care Act. So as I said, I think in the last webinar we have beefed up our medication outreach and a resource list for people where to get medications at reduced cost. All right, y'all take care. Thank you. Sorry I went 4 minutes over, but y'all know I talk too much. And keep watching our page. Bye-bye.